Hey there, Addison Smith here with Everything Church Pro, joined again by my lovely wife, Kendra, and we are talking about love. That's the series, it's Live This Love, okay? And we're thankful for all of you who have already joined on the challenge. If you don't know about the challenge, stay till the end because this is an exciting thing, and we'll have some information for you about how you can get involved in the challenge for absolutely free. And let me tell you, it's been a challenge.
Oh, it's been a good challenge.
It's been a good challenge.
Yeah.
Like on the screen, you can obviously look all happy, and in this moment, everything's great. But before I keep going, if you hear anything, our little baby's over here. So if you've watched our earlier videos, you know there's a little baby who's talking to us, and he's sitting here playing with some keys. So don't let that.
Baby keys, don't worry.
Yeah, don't let that distract you. With that out of the way, but it has been a challenge, like getting up, studying through this, and then realizing how much love we lack.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, wow, I did not know I didn't love like I was supposed to. And so if you want to join on this and watch your life literally be transformed, join the Live This Love Challenge. It's a PDF you can download below, but we'll get more information at the end. So today, what are we talking about?
We are talking about a tough one.
It is a tough one.
It is a tough one because we all do it. We don't want to do it, but we do it.
Yeah.
And it is vaunteth. Vaunteth.
Not itself. Which is a word we don't ever use, but we do it all the time, right? So we never say, don't vaunt yourself. But what does that mean? What does it mean to vaunt yourself, right? If you have the PDF, you can follow along. I'm going to read what it says. It says this. It's somebody who lifts themselves up above others in worth or value. It's a braggart, right? Yeah, he's saying amen over there. A braggart. Somebody who parades his superiority, right? I have desires attention and is anxious to impress people, right? So there is this story of Ronald Reagan, and he was one of the greatest presidents, Ronald Reagan. And he was not even president this time, he was still governor of California, and he went to Mexico City, and he was giving a speech there, right? And as he was finishing up this speech, everyone just applauded like crazy, and he was a little embarrassed about how much everybody was applauding for him. And so he went and he sat down after this thunderous applause, and somebody came up after him and started speaking in Spanish. And as he was listening, he had no idea what this person was saying, but he saw people clapping, and he didn't want to feel like he was, one second. Hey you. He's in his own world. Hey, we're trying to work here. And so he's sitting there with these people, and he's like, man, I don't want people to think that I think I'm so much better than this guy. And so what he began doing is he began clapping so loud, and he would start earlier than everybody else, and he'd go longer than everybody else. And he did this for a little bit until finally somebody nudged him and said, hey, you might not want to do that. And he said, well, why shouldn't I do that? He says, well, he's just rehearsing your speech. He's just interpreting your speech. And so he was sitting there this whole time just clapping for himself. And he wasn't doing it on purpose, but he was vaunting himself. He was lifting himself up, saying, look at how good I am. Look at how amazing I am. And so vaunting is external. We lift ourselves up in front of other people. And so how do you see us doing this in these different spectrums? On a daily basis, as single people, as married people? How do you see that?
I would say at first, the first thing that comes to my head would be at work, at a workplace, after work. You come and you tell people, you tell your family even, like, oh yeah, I did this at work today, and yeah, I'm the hardest worker, or nobody else. Hey, sorry guys. It's very talkative. Nobody else works as hard as me. Nobody else can do my job.
Yeah.
I would say that's one of the ways. Do you have another?
No, I think it is. And I think we're going to grab Baby Smith, and he's going to join us in the video for a second. Okay, so yes, at work. And let's talk about, at home. Yes. At home, it's easy to vaunt ourselves above our spouse or above our kids, or as kids above your parents. Whenever you think that you are better, and you're worth more than somebody else, and you think, you don't do this the way I do it. You're just not as good at whatever this is, and you look down on your spouse, or you look down on your kids, or kids, you look down on your parents because you think you are better at whatever it is than they are. Now, you might actually be better at it, but it doesn't make you worth more. Does that make sense? Like, well, I can't believe you can't do this, or I can't believe you don't think like that, or I can't believe you don't know this. That's the vaunting, is when you push yourself up and you think, man, I am so much worth more than the people around me. What do you think about, at school? Like,
oh, well, you're obviously vaunting yourself when you're putting other people down. You're vaunting yourself, and even when it comes to school work, right? And you thinking like, oh, I'm the best in this class. Let me just show you, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, in every way, and it, you know, it's prideful. It comes down to pride, and
it's true, because you can vaunt yourself with school work, but you can also pride yourself, not even if you're like a knucklehead in school, you can pride yourself in your clothes and think, man, my parents make so much more than all you little poor people out there, you paupers out there. And so there's different ways we lift ourselves up, but I don't think many of us struggle with it to that extreme.
Right.
And so what's going to happen is you're going to begin to see these nuances in your life, probably not to the extreme we talked about, but may we not be known as people who vaunt ourselves up. One thing I was talking to my wife, we're about to wrap this up, one thing I was talking to my wife about was, man, even in social media, it's easy to vaunt ourselves. And I was talking with her, and you can even comment on this below, how do we go about this in such a way where we don't think that we are better, right? Because we promote these things on social media and we put these things out because we want to help people. But it can get to a point where we think that we are special and we are so much better than other people. I hope that's not the case.
Or it could come across that way. And we never want it to come across that way, because if you know us, you know we are not perfect people. We aren't the perfect couple. You know, just like everybody else, we have struggles and we face the daily things. And so, but we just want to put things out there that have helped us, that maybe they can help you, right? And God's word obviously can.
It definitely can. And so that's this thing. We all have to be on the struggle together. When we're on social media, is it about making us look better? Or is it about making Christ look better? Or is it about helping others? That's what we have to look at. Are we vaunting ourselves, or are we loving others? And so this vaunting thing, may we make sure that we come to God and say, God, help us not to be a Christian who vaunts ourselves, but somebody who is just humble. Not that we push ourselves down, but just that we don't think about ourselves. We put these things out there for others, whether they think about good for us or bad for us. It's not about us. It's about Him and about what He has us doing. And so I hope this was a blessing to you. If it was, make sure you hit that like button and feel free to subscribe down below. I want to also give you guys options. We just released this book here. This is good news. If you have people who are unsaved, this would be a resource to help them know about the Christian faith. But if you're saved also, this will help you understand what happened when you got saved and what's available to you. So like if you struggle with sin and addiction or whatever else it is, this will help you just walk the walk, okay? So that's good news. But this is one that's just come out, okay? Well, hopefully it's come out by the time this video drops. This is the Live This Love Journal. We were doing this, we actually had these printed off for us at the beginning of the challenge for us to go through and a couple of our friends. But we're making it available to you all as well. And so if you want to pick this up, I'll leave a link in the description. It's a journal that every single day it'll have a characteristic for you to focus on while you do the challenge. It'll have a morning devotional for you to, like a journal to fill out, and an evening reflection time to fill out. And so this has been a blessing for us. So we're just making it available to you as well. And so I guess
it's a good thing. It's a good way to have somewhere to place your thoughts on how you did that day with the love challenge, and just good questions. Because I don't know, I'm not somebody that sits there and thinks of my own questions, or like how, how did I do today, but not detailed. And so for me, it's so helpful in the fact I can write it down. It's already there. The question is there. I can think of it, and then I can, meditate on that as well. So and it's going to also give the things, right? Yep,
and it'll tell you which thing to do that day. It will have the list in the front. It'll have 1 Corinthians 13 in the front. So everything you need for the challenge is at the front, okay? And so if you want to join the Live This Love Challenge, you can get the free PDF, and it will explain everything you need to do to be a part of the challenge. Or you can also get this book, and it will help you out as well. Well, that's all for today. Thanks again, everyone, for listening, and I hope that you do live this love. And we'll talk to you guys
later. Living this love. He's giving me kisses.